Vinny, when you coming out the kitchen?
One time we did a party for my man that lived off of Deerfield. You know Deerfield off Old National, behind the police station.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All that little subdivision there.
Uh-huh.
There was a guy that lived back there. His name was Ricky Walker, and Bryce and the crew had already kind of got in with Ricky Walker because Bill was oh man. I really wish you could have met Chili C.
Oh, man.
This dude was, you'd have swore he was from New York, but Bill was from Ohio. But Bill was the original Biggie. You know what I mean? Because Bill was a big guy, but he had flavor, he could rap, and I mean, he talked to chicks all day. I mean, he was Biggie.
Wow, that's tough.
So we're at Ricky's house, and I'm just meeting Ricky. Come to find out, Ricky Walker is the guy who was promoting the Fresh Festival.
Okay.
The Fresh Fest was like the big tour with all the rap acts. So Run DMC, LL, Houdini, Salt and Pepper.
Okay. Yep.
Right. That was the New York City Fresh Festival, and it would go around the country. Actually, Ricky Walker now owns the Universal Circus.
Oh wow!
So yeah, same
he's
dude.
good.
Yeah, he's been promoting concerts and stuff forever. Casual Cal, who was the ringmaster, of the Universal Circus, was his MC back in the day. So this was all like, this is
crazy.
Folks don't, it's
Yeah.
things are continuous. Your crew is your crew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're at Ricky's house, and this little cat comes up, and he's like, "Yo, I want to get on." And I'm looking at him. The guy that left me alone. I'm spinning, and this little dude comes up to me, and he's like, "Yo, man, let me get some of that." And I'm like, "Who the hell?" Like, I don't know. Back in those days, DJs were really selective about who they let see their records. Because records were really like part of what set you apart from other DJs. And that was the thing. Like when we were growing up, and I was really getting into spinning, I would go to Manhattan and buy my records. I wasn't buying from the local places in Queens.
We just went up there. It was high price, man.
Oh man, everything's high price.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. For me to be different, I made sure I had I had the break beats and I had the new joints.
Right.
So yeah, the guy comes up and he's like, I'm like, nah, I'm not really trying to let you on, and then finally everybody's coming back and they're like, oh no, he's cool. This little Jermaine. And so little Jermaine comes in and little Jermaine gets on the wheels. So find out he's like, later on I discovered that this dude has been on tour with Houdini and Run DMC, but he lives here in Atlanta.
This ain't Jermaine.
Yes, Jermaine Dupri. Yes.
Wow.
Jermaine was all of about 12.
Wow.
And so that's how we got cool. And so now, now it's the whole College Park. Look, the reason why College Park is College Park right now is because of what we did. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna try and brag about it.
That's all.
Yeah.
But honestly, we were throwing the parties. We threw parties, and College Park was crazy back then. There was a crew called Triple Crush. Triple Crush used to throw parties in Concord. Brandy was called Brandy Chase at that time. Then it's Concord Place right there on Dobby Road.
I know that.
What we were doing was we were in Southampton. We would rent the clubhouse and throw parties. Write up little flyers and stuff like that. So College Park has always been on fire.
Right.
Even back then. Plus then it was the Fellwood MD rivalry. You know what I mean? That was for real. And man, we got into crazy. Just thinking about, it's like what can it's like I want to tell you so much,
right?
Because we don't usually get a platform like this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, so that was the whole thing.